Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and in this video for the holiday season we have something pretty special. And that is taking a look at a boxed Nintendo Entertainment System. More specifically, the Action Set. Oh yeah, let's go get it on the desk and take a look at what's inside. What can be said about this console that hasn't been said before in multitudes of videos? The console that brought video gaming back from the brink of near death after the crash of 1983. But that's not the scope of this video. Instead, in this video, we're going to be taking a look at this very clean and hardly used later version of the Action Set, which came with the orange on gray zapper instead of the gray on gray, which we'll talk about later in the video. The lady I got this from, her late husband had passed away, but he was very meticulous about putting it back in its box. And as a result, it does have a little bit of damage, but not too bad. There's a little bit of damage on this corner, and a little bit of damage over here, but all in all, it's a nearly hardly used console. So we're going to take a look at it and see what came inside of a box back in 1989. So yeah, let's take a look at this barely used in-box Nintendo Action Set. I believe this is one of the later, very late revisions of the NES Action Set anyway, since it's from, I think it's from 1989. I think I saw that somewhere on the box when I was looking it over. So if anything, this is probably one of the very last of the NESs, which is probably why it's in such good shape. So yeah, let's just open it up and see what it would have been like Christmas 1989 to open one of these bad boys up. I'm trying to be careful as I can with this because it's in such good shape. And it's also kind of surreal because I have a lot of fond memories of the NES. So to have one that's complete in box like this, it's kind of a very surreal, like, sensation, because I have a lot of fond memories of this thing. Because one I have is one I've had for years, so to see one that's barely used, it's going to be quite the contrast. And yeah, like I said before, it's not new in box or nothing. There's some foam damage right here, and there's a chip out right there, but yeah, it's fine. All right, let's see what's inside the box. Oh, that is so cool. Let's just see what we got here first. We have a yellow and red only composite cable, which I don't know if this originally came with this or not. I want to say it did towards the tail end, and that's only because usually you see two different kinds of in-box NESs. You have the sealed in-box still, and then you have the ones that were, put back in their box like a year or two later, and then put in the closet and then forgotten about. So there might be some stuff missing out of those, but this is, I believe, is as complete as it's going to get without it being sealed. And I don't know if this would have came with it from factory or not. We have a very clean, nice looking copy of an owner's manual. Mario Brothers Duck Hunt. God, that's so surreal. Because the copy I have is just scuffed all over the place, and you can tell the cartridge has been handled for years, and this one barely has any indication it was handled too much. And we even have an owner's manual, which is, I didn't even know this existed for this game. But, oh, this is so cool. How to play Mario. Basically gives you a small map of World War I, I think. Some pointers. Little Goomba. Yeah, this is actually really, it's a surreal. Secret tricks. Ooh, what kind of tricks do we got? The bulldozer kick. Chain reaction technique. I mean, these are all like well known now, but we have Duck Hunt, requires the zapper, which I'll get back to that in a second. Oh yeah, connect TV, NES, and then connect zapper to port 2. And then controller 1 selects all the game stuff. And player 2, which is using the player 1 controller, can control the duck for extra fun. I've actually done that a few times with my sisters. They control the duck, and it makes it so much more fun. Oh, that is so cool. It's actually in really nice shape too. Like, it's not like all tattered and torn. We have a very nice, actually I want to say that's unused, RF modulator. Yeah, I don't see any like scratch marks for being pulled in and out of the port. Even the antenna jack is very straight. That is, I think that might be unused. Oh man, that is surreal. We also have a very nice power brick, Velcro strap around it to keep it nice. Man, this thing is stupidly clean. We have one of the NES controllers, and man, look how clean that is. Ooh, I'm not really sure how to say this, but that is almost, it feels brand new. I mean, it's a little dirty. I mean, this one's been used, a little scuffed. But yeah, that is nice. This though. Ooh, we're stuck. This though, still in its bubble wrap. Like, is that still sealed? Well, no. It's got some scuffs and scrapes, so it's not new, unused. But oh man, that still feels so good. That feels so much better than the ones that I actually have hooked up to my main Nintendo, because these feel like there's like an extra clicky to them. Oh, that is so cool. We have a very, very clean zapper. That is just, man, that's an amazingly gorgeous. I'll admit, I'm not a fan of the orange on gray color scheme they use for this. I'm more a fan of the original gray on gray, since this is what I've had for years growing up. And I just noticed the trigger's different. The trigger's black on the later one. I'm kind of curious. Ooh. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but here's the gray one. And then here's the orange and gray. It's got like an extra snappy spring to it. Oh man, I can't wait to test this thing out. And just see how it compares with this one, because it actually feels, like, I might be just going crazy, but I feel like it's just a tiny bit heavier for some reason. Dual wheel. I'm a dork. Alright. Let's take a look at, oh man, that is just absolutely gorgeous. Like, it's weird to hold a barely used anything. I mean, it's been used. You can see it's got some scuffs. And, actually, it's got a texture to it. Yeah, it's got a texture to it. That is... Okay, so I'll show you what I mean here in a second. My main Nintendo is smooth. And I don't know if you can tell, but... Do I have a light? Yeah. But, like, it's very smooth. Almost shiny, like it's been polished. So I don't know if this is like a very, very early revision or what. But, yeah, that's just weird. Here's some bottom information in case anyone's curious, and I see a blue connector right there. I don't know if that's in my other one. But yeah, this is just 1985. Man, this is just so cool. Ooh, you can make out the texture on it. But the real thing about a lot of these complete in-box NES is the paperwork stuff that came with it. And I've seen a lot of ones on eBay and Facebook Marketplace missing half these posters, or the posters are damaged, whatever. So let's take a look at some of these. Ooh, this is a double-sided poster. Oh, that is cool. Oh man, that is so cool. Like, there's no tape marks, there's no thumb hole holes, nothing. What's on the other side? Oh, that is cool. It's a guide of how to hook up your NES. Okay, so just follow with me here for a second. How cool, or, well, cool, nerdy, whatever, would it be to have not only that framed and put up on a wall somewhere in your game room, but also, just for that extra bit of dorkiness, having this side framed and displayed. That is, oh man, that is cool. Shows how to hook up with the AV cable. I do notice there's a little bit of crinkling here, like it's been some water damage, but nothing else in here like shows any indication of that. So I wonder if it's just a fluke thing. I have another poster here. What's this one? Playing with Power. And it has a bunch of, oh wow, a bunch of NES games. We got Sports Series, 4-Player Series, All Family Series, Power Pad Series, the Light Gun Series, Adventure Series, Programmable Series. Oh yeah, because you can create your own tracks and stuff in that. And on the back side we got, oh yeah, Batman and Super Mario Bros. 3. Oh, that is so cool. We have the Zapper manual, which I didn't even know these existed. A whole different caliber of excitement. Ha! Basically just how to hook it up like it shows in Duck Hunt. Have warranty information. Ordered more parts for your NES. Ooh, it even has stuff for gyros for Rob. Which I do not have Rob. I would absolutely love to get my hands on a Rob unit for one of these. But, God, those are getting kind of pricey. Anyway, read before you use your NES. An epilepsy warning. That is actually pretty cool. I don't know if this was in earlier versions of the NES. So, if anybody knows that, I'd love to hear about that. Little Nintendo Power ad. I wonder why there's two of them. And they're two different ones, too. Okay. I kind of wonder if one of these goes with the inbox NES games, because this did come with 4 games. Another Nintendo Power ad. Loads of tips like from Castlevania to Simon's Quest in every issue. Oh, that's kind of cool to see, like an ad for one of the most iconic NES games. Oh, it even gives you a little hint and trick for The Legend of Zelda. Oh, that's cool. Danger, do not open unless you're one of the cool kids. Yeah, more Nintendo Power ads. You know, it's almost like they wanted people to sign up for Nintendo Power. The Control Deck. Yeah, because they didn't want to market this as a video game console because of the whole crash of '83, but yeah, this is so cool. Basically how to hook it up, some different adapters you might need depending on your TV. Like if you were one of the cool kids that had a modern TV with the coaxial connector, then you used, standard switch. And if you weren't one of the cool kids and you had, grandpa's old rabbit-eared black and white antennaed, you'd need an adapter and converters and or hook it to the back of the VCR. I like how it shows just generic information. This is so cool. Changing game packs. Yeah, because they didn't want to call them video games. Do not touch. Troubleshooting guide. 90-day limited warranty. I don't think the warranty is valid anymore. Ooh, we have some parts here. The joystick knob for the Advantage. The turbo rate adjustment knob. 3D glasses. What does this thing need 3D glasses for? Yeah, the AV cable was a $4 option. Game pack manual, please specify. Oh, so back there you could reorder your game manuals. Oh, that's cool. And yeah, the most boring of boring ones, the warranty registration information. Oh, this is so cool. So yeah, I'm gonna put the paperwork and stuff back, and yeah, I'm gonna hook this thing up, and I want to make sure the Mario works. I'm sure it does, but I just want to play it because it's such a surreal experience to be able to play like basically a barely used console of any kind. So yeah, let's get it hooked up and try it out. Okay, so I just merely unhooked the RF box and the power brick from that one, and then routed it over to here. That way I don't have to worry about trying to unhook and rehook the power brick sticking with this. But anyway, guys, we have the NES sitting here with the orange zapper. We're going to see how that works. We're going to try the controller, and then we're going to see if the game works first shot without having to blow on the cartridge. So let's see. Something else I'm just kind of noticing is how I guess I don't know the better word for this, but how supple the cord is for this, because it's like a lot of the other ones, like the controllers I have, it's like you can tell they've been cleaned. Like there's a weird like feeling to it. These actually feel like really nice. Plug that in. All right. See if it works. First shot without blowing. Oh my god, that is cool. Where's the interference coming from? So I actually unhooked the VCR and the Selectavision because I had that all on kind of splitters. I had the Atari on splitter and all that kind of stuff. So I just hooked the NES RF modulator directly to the TV, and it's still doing it. And I thought it might have been the RF modulator, so I tried my other Nintendo, and I tried both cartridges. I tried the one that came with the inbox NES here, and I tried my original copy that I've had for years, and that has crystal clear display. It doesn't do this at all. So I don't know what's going on with this NES. I'm kind of bummed out that it's doing something weird. It actually makes it, it might make it unplayable. I don't know yet, but well, we'll try it out. Maybe it comes out of it. But if anyone has any hints of what this could be, you know, let me know down in the comments. I'm kind of curious. All right, so let's try it. Oh no, it's even doing it here. It's weird because I could swear I'm getting like a weird audio distortion once in a while, and I might just be imagining it. Oh. I'm gonna blame that on the glitch. It's weird, it's like something's out of sync, but I don't know what's causing this. Well, it still plays. It's really annoying though. Alright, so now let's try the Zapper. Plug it into player 2. Like it says. I think this might screw some stuff up, but we'll see. Can we do it Doom style, first person shooter? No. Uh-oh. Ooh. Okay, so even with the distortions, it's still working. Cool. Sweet, it's working basically just fine. Oops. Ow. Well, I spoke too soon. Well, that didn't work nearly as well as I would have liked. It did work first shot. I will give it that. Like, I didn't have to fiddle with the connector in here. I didn't have to blow on the cartridge to get it to work. I didn't have to do any finagling with anything. It just worked first shot. So it met that expectation, and everything's super clean, and it feels like it's barely been used. You know, like anyone who's picked up one of these things at a garage sale, you know, even though they've been cleaned, you can feel they've been cleaned. Like there's a weird, like weird feeling all over the cords and cables and stuff. This doesn't. It feels like everything's nice and supple. Like there's been no cleaners or conditioners or anything on it. It feels good. It feels amazing. And this was actually a lot of fun to make. I'm kind of bummed out about that screen thing. And it wasn't the games or the RF box. I tried a different RF switch box, and I tried a couple of different games of mine on this thing, and it still did it. But every game I put in mine, including this one, works just fine. So I don't know what's going on with the console. I'll need to do some digging on Google or forums or whatever and see what's going on. I'm kind of bummed out by it acting up because this video was supposed to also have me, well, unboxing some NES games. Like I was going to unbox some of these inbox NES games that came with it and kind of show what also came with brand new games back in the day when they were new. But yeah, I'll do that in a separate video at some point in the future. Don't know when exactly, but that's gonna be a super fun video too. But yeah, I'll have to do some research to see what's going on with this. And I don't want to say the word surreal again. I know I've said it like, I don't know, I'll if anyone's counted, I've said surreal way too many times in this video. But it's really the only word I could think of to describe this, because growing up, we had the NES. It was bought at a garage sale. It was kind of scuffed. It had some cracked plastic, you know. And over the years, you know, you got to fiddle with you got to take the controller apart and clean the underneath the button membranes, and you got to rebend the pins on the edge connector inside the console, and you got to constantly keep cleaning the cartridges because everybody blows on them. And you got to fiddle with the RF box because that, you know, screw-on part's just a little loose and it doesn't get full connection. So, you know, growing up, there was a lot of little quirks with the NES that, you know, had to deal with. But, you know, along with all those memories, being able to experience what it would have been like in the late 80s to have got one of these brand new. Basically, I mean, I'm not saying it's new, and I'm not trying to talk it up saying that, oh my god, it's perfect mint condition. I'm not saying that at all. But it's hardly used, and yeah, it had its little screen quirk, but it still worked just fine, minus that. So it was a really weird experience for me to be able to like open this up in such a way where it was like, you know, you went back in time and picked this up. Like I opened this up for the first time and saw a brand new console to experience. It's just a really weird and fascinating experience, and I loved doing this, and I kind of hope to do it again at some point in the future. But yeah, with that being said, I want to thank you all very much for watching this, shorter unboxing video. I was kind of hoping it was going to work perfect, like immaculately, so I could test out and unbox some NES games in the video too, but I'll save those for a future video. If anyone has any thoughts about what that weird screen glitch is, please put it down in the comments. I am going to be doing some research on that to see if I can figure out what that is. Maybe it's something simple, or maybe that it's a sign that the console is basically on its last legs, and you know, no point keeping it in the box. You know, gotta think at it. Who knows? If you have other questions or comments or thoughts about this Inbox NES experience, or if you want to know the story about why I have this and why it's really, really sentimental, and why it's kind of a very heartwarming story as to why I have it, put it in the comments, and I'll you know, maybe tell in a short or maybe a separate video, or you know, whatever. If you want to see me unbox any of the 4 complete games that came with it, put down in the comments, and well, I'd love to make a video on those too. And I do want to mention real quick, if you haven't checked it out yet, I did drop some new merch on Teespring. It is a holiday themed one, just a little cute little wreath of old computer RAM, a red and green controller, and then a cute little bow. I was gonna do it limited time only through December, but because I kind of, you know, I launched it late, I'll go through till like the end of January or February or something with it. And that being said, again, thank you all very much for watching this video. I really, really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.